Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 5-minute time limit, and it is for the Non-Wrestlers Championship. Introducing first the challenger. He hails from Springfield and weighs in tonight at 278 pounds, Homer J. Simpson.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The biggest moment of Homer Simpson's career. Faces his old rival, a man he first encountered inside that squared circle on October the 16th, 2024. A match over a year in the making. 6 previous encounters between these two men. Homer Simpson lost the first 3. It looked like Homer Simpson was done in the sport of professional wrestling, but he prevailed, he persevered, finally managing to beat Peter Griffin and get his hands on that non-wrestler's belt. But when Peter Griffin lost that belt, that really changed things. Peter Griffin siding with Kane and The Undertaker, seeing it as the only way he could regain the belt and become champion again, turning to the dark side, and with the help of Kane and The Undertaker taking Homer Simpson out for quite a period of time. But he's back now. Homer Simpson looking for revenge, looking to regain the title, and looking to teach Peter Griffin a lesson. It's his only chance. He has to do it here tonight.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, originally hailing from Quahog, Rhode Island, but now residing in Death Valley, he weighs in tonight at 358 pounds, and he is the current reigning and defending non-wrestlers champion, Peter Griffin.
Well, Peter Griffin, what can you say about the fat phenom? A disgusting human being, a man that used to be a fan favourite, a man that used to be an honourable champion, a man that would be proud to have as an ambassador for this channel, to walk around with that belt. Turned his back on the fans, turned his back on all that honour and integrity. It may be doomsday here for Peter Griffin. There's 5 minutes on the clock. This may be the final time that these two legends of the sport get it on in the ring. And look at that, a cheap shot by Griffin, just showing what kind of man he's become. He'll do anything to keep hold of that belt, gain any advantage he can, and a reverse DDT by Griffin. That cheap shot really giving him the early advantage and dropping the big arse right across the chest to Homer Simpson. Simpson in trouble here as Griffin sends him into the corner. Oh, look at that though. Big boot by Simpson. And now just trying to choke the life out of the man. Griffin in trouble now. Choke hold by Simpson. This could be enough to put the man away. Oh, but he can't hold the 358 pounds up that long nonetheless. Simpson going to the top, and a big spear on Griffin. Simpson going up once again. Griffin back to his feet. Tries the double X handle, but Griffin getting out of the way. Oh, and look at this, a dirty trick that he employs a lot. Removing that protective turnbuckle pad. Oh, wait a minute.
1.
Oh, Griffin's chickening out.
2.
Griffin wants to win by count. He would keep the belt. He's going back to the locker room. He doesn't want to fight Homer Simpson. But look at Simpson chasing after him. Referee making the count. And a clobbering clothesline.
3.
Well, Griffin's not going to get away from Simpson that easy. Simpson needs to get him back in the ring. Referee on the count of 5. They're a long way away. If he doesn't, he won't become champion. Title cannot change hands on a count out.
7.
Count of 7. Simpson running to the ring now.
8.
And he just about makes it back in, but look at Griffin. Griffin catching him coming in. And maybe that was all the ruse to gain the advantage over Simpson. Now Griffin comes charging in, tries a clothesline, big kick to the chin. Well, I lost a couple of teeth on that one. And a big power slam by big Peter Griffin. Homer Simpson cannot win. You've got to believe his wrestling career will never be the same, as Griffin sends him for the ride off the ropes, picks him up and drops him stomach first, knocking all of the air out of Homer Simpson. Now Griffin sending him for the ride once again, comes running in, another Irish whip. Well, ringing the arm now is Peter Griffin, trying a more slow and deliberate pace, and that's in his favour. That time limit ticking down. If Homer Simpson doesn't win in that time, he won't become the champion. But Griffin will keep the championship if that time limit expires. And now throwing him into that exposed turnbuckle. Spine first, but look at that, Homer Simpson giving him a taste of his own medicine. just as he did when he made his return. Griffin thrown into that steel turnbuckle, and Simpson fighting away now. Now Simpson sends him into the opposite corner, comes charging in with a big forearm. Sends him into the opposite corner, comes running in at a thunderous clothesline. Simpson managing to keep him at bay thus far, or maybe not, as Griffin sticking that big elbow up as he came charging in and knocked him goofy. Griffin still with the advantage somehow, and now look at this, the big side slam. Devastating manoeuvre, leg is hooked, shoulders down. Griffin's retained the championship. No, he's not. Well, I thought he had. Simpson managing to get the shoulder up after that devastating side slam. But look at Griffin really going to work on Simpson now with strikes. Now takes him down. Right hands to the face. Let's press. And now Griffin saying he's going to finish the match off. Maybe the hopes and dreams of Homer Simpson are going to be killed here in this very ring. And now Griffin picks him up and nails him with that tombstone. You wouldn't mind the man winning a match fair and square, but look at this. Simpson powering up. We've never seen anybody get up from Griffin's tombstone, and a big elbow drop. Simpson has a burning desire and it will not be extinguished here tonight. Big double axe handle off the top. But there's only 50 seconds left on the clock. I can't see him winning the match in this time, or maybe this is the move he needs to make that happen. Simpson perching him on the top rope. Comes off with a big superplex. Well, Griffin may be finished, but it took just as much out of Homer. Simpson can't get the cover. Now both men getting back to the feet. Only 30 seconds remain. What can Simpson do here? Well, nothing. Griffin reversing the Irish whip. Kick to the gut. Oh, and he's going to try and throw him into that turnbuckle again. But Simpson putting the brakes on. And now Simpson. There may just be enough time left. The Simpsons edge. Very little time. He needs to get him away from the ropes. Has he got enough time to get the pin in? Nails him with his finisher. The cover's made. The shoulders down. And Homer Simpson, he's the champion again.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and the new non-wrestlers champion, Homer J. Simpson.
Homer Simpson. The odds were stacked against him after everything he's dealt with over the past few months, but nonetheless, once again, we can call him our non-wrestlers champion. You want some great created wrestlers in your game, but without going through the lengthy process of creating them yourself? Well, I can help you out with that. If you play on PS2 or PS2 emulator, I can create just for you a custom save data file and preload it with up to 30 created wrestlers that you have chosen. If you're interested, send me an email at pastgengamingemail@gmail.com. My email is linked on the main channel page, and I can also do this for the PSP, but on PSP I can only do save files for the European version of the game.